Picked you up here, Todd. Picked you up here, Todd. Gas, 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 gas.
Yeah, it may not work. I don't know.
Well, it's working. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Go.
People? Okay. Don't live till it's sliding across the track.
Hey guys, just a heads up, we got a little under 10 minutes left in the practice session. We don't have a warm-up session before the qualifying session, so we will do a quick driver's meeting at 5 minutes to go, so I'll let everybody know. You can keep practice if you'd like, but obviously there's some important information in there that everyone needs to hear.
All right, happy Thursday night to y'all. We are here at Daytona for the iNASCAR Racing Series, INRS Series here for the Daytona Duels. This sets the field for next week's Daytona 250. Thank you for tuning in to the IWM Broadcast Network. I'm Rick Souza here with my co-broadcaster John Terudris. And John, I have never been as excited for a broadcast and for a league as we are here tonight kicking off this event.
It's going to be a good race today, good races rather, good duels, and it's great to be back here with you and also with the iNASCAR Racing Series. We showcased a few of their races last year, but we are going to be bringing you every single race this season. They follow NASCAR's identical schedule, so where NASCAR is going, they are going. It's just 1 week off. Now, today, it's the Blue-Green Vacation Duels at Daytona, which means this is going to set the field for next week Daytona 250. We got 30 laps per duel. Duel 1 sets the inside starting road. Duel 2 sets the outside. You have 1 quick repair, which is probably going to be needed. 5 sets of tires, 60% fuel, which means 1 pit stop, and 3 green-white checker restarts. So, Rick, it's going to be a fun night here at Daytona. Sorry, I just saw the new Talladega logo today. I was going to do a live reaction, and I totally saw it by accident. Either way, great racing here at Daytona. Temperature in the air, 69 degrees, but our track temp is 73, which means there's going to be grip in this 2.5-mile super speedway. But, Rick, I'm excited. We got a big field. It's the first time, starting with the iNASCAR Racing Series, so it's going to be a good season.
Yeah, new season. We did broadcast some of their events last year, their championship series, their playoff cut races, and it was a blast. Great drivers, just some fabulous consistency. Great team drivers here. So yeah, looking forward to it, and just absolutely couldn't be happier to be here. So this is an interesting format for those of you. This is not your typical race where you've got the entire field gets out there and competes. This is basically broken up. These drivers will get out there, they'll qualify, then they'll be broken up into 2 heats, basically 2 dual races. Half the field in duel 1 will get out there and they'll battle it out for where they'll finish in next week's, they'll start in next week's Daytona 250. Then we'll reset it again. We'll do it all over with a different group of drivers, and they'll battle it out. Now, this is a very interesting format. You've only got 30 laps, so pretty much you've got to be hard charging right from the beginning.
Yeah, you can't wait around. It's going to be almost like some official races here on iRacing, You have a shorter, lap count at 30. In those races, you don't really have to pit, but in this, you will. So it's definitely going to be chaotic, and that's why you have 1 quick repair, and that's why you have 3 green-white checker restarts. We're going to need those. So one thing that I do want to mention is the fact that we are going to be setting both the inside and the outside starting row for next week's Daytona 250.
Oh,
Now, the first
ouchie.
or the two drivers who are at the top of the boards after qualifying tonight. Also, am I Jeff tonight, Rick?
No, you're not. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that,
It's
Brandon.
okay.
I just
It's
it caught
okay.
me wrong.
The starting order
Nah, I
for the
got you.
Daytona
Feels on me.
250, the starting row, first and second, is going to be determined by the first and second
All right,
finishers
gentlemen,
of
welcome to the
qualifying,
Duels
not
at Daytona,
duels,
presented
but
by
of
the
qualifying. So
iNASCAR
regardless of
Racing
how
Series.
the drivers who finish
Tonight
first
we're
and
going to
second
duel
do
it
in the
out
duels, they will
with
finish,
two
or they will start
30-lap
first and
races
second
to
in the
determine
Daytona
the 40
250
drivers
next week. Hey,
that
there
will
we go.
race in the Daytona
So
250.
that's the one caveat there.
Only
So
the
that
top
means
two
third
qualifiers
through
have a
43rd
guaranteed spot
is
in the
all
big
up for
race. So
grabs
the rest of us,
after
of course,
qualifying, which means
or the starting spots
these
are going to be
guys that are
determined by the two
starting
duels
first and second, they can be more
tonight.
aggressive.
So
They can try
odd
to help their
numbers
team out. And I think that's going to
qualifying
be a
will
big
be the first
factor in
race.
today's
Even
race,
numbers
Rick.
will
Teamwork.
be the second
The
race.
duels
So we will
matter.
have
Being with your teammates
60%
matters.
fuel,
So
5 sets of
having
tires,
that
1 fast repair.
camaraderie, having the
So guys,
team around you
please pay
during
attention.
these
Some of
duels,
these
I know
rules
it's
are
going to be
very
split,
important
but
to the
you
racing.
got to
Black
work
flags will
with
only
some
be
of your
cleared
friends
if
out
there
there
is an
to get a
iRacing
higher
error or if you
starting
go down
position
pit road
for next week.
during a
And so
wreck. If
right
this
now we are
happens,
wrapping up a bit
please
of
ask for
practice
us to
here, and
clear
how
your
the
black
format
flag.
will be
In
is
the event
we'll
there
go
is a
right
wreck,
from
you are
practice
damaged and lifting it
here,
back to
moving
pit
into
road,
the
please call
qualifying
out
session. We'll
for an
follow some
EOL.
drivers
Others get
around
black flagged
as they make their
by a driver not
qualifying
doing this. You
laps,
too will receive a
and
black
then
flag.
there'll
All
be
cleared.
some
Black flags
uh,
will be reviewed after the race, so
driver
we may
there's a
adjust some
drivers meeting, and
positions
then we'll get
if
right
you
to
violate
the
that. So
right to
could
the first
determine
duel.
whether you're
So we'll
racing
see
in a
how
big
it
race or
goes.
not. Just
So again,
remember, cautions
this
are
is
set up for
a very
iRacing to be
interesting
put out.
track,
In
and
the event there are
we
multiple
follow
cars
some
in a
of these
wreck and the
drivers.
caution did not
I
come
think
out,
one of the things
please call it
that
out and an
we're
admin will
looking
put it
for
out.
this
We will
year
be
is that we've got
shortening caution
it's a
laps
new
this
year,
season,
we've got
so
new teams.
this is
This
the
league
iRacing
has
league, not
really just
iPacing. So we
expanded.
will
They've
be
got
doing that if there's nobody on pit
49
road. We want to get this
signed
thing
up
in,
Cup
get it
Series
done.
drivers,
We have plenty of admin to
and
make
it's
sure
about
that this is fair to
new
everyone. So
versus
we'll
old.
be
So they've
talking
got new
amongst
drivers,
ourselves.
they've got their
We
old
will
drivers
call
that
out at times
followed
asking anyone
them
if
from the
there's
previous
anybody
season.
on
We're
pit
going to
road or
be
get damage
got
repaired.
new
If
names
we're
to
not
look
sure,
at
so
and
please make sure you key up.
new stories
If
to
so, while
follow
on pit road,
here,
please stay all the
because
way to the
we're
right
covering
side of
it.
pit
The
road.
IWM broadcast network is
Make
covering
sure
them
that you do
for
not
the
drive through more than
entire
3
year.
pit
We're going
stalls
to be
entering
here
and
for
exiting
each
your
and
pit
every
stall.
race, right
Super
through the
important because
regular
there's going to
season
be some
and
packs,
into the
of course, that are going to
playoffs.
be pitting together. So we need to keep iRacing voice chat
Well,
clear.
Rick, it looks like we got about
So that way if
2.5
people are communicating that
minutes,
they're going to be pitting, we
and
don't need a
counting,
whole
a little
lot of
bit more
conversating going back and
until the
forth.
start of this
So
one.
please, let's
I
keep the
want to know
chat
what
clear.
are your thoughts? What are your thoughts
That is what
on your
Discord is for,
approach
so you
for
should
these
be able to talk to your
duels?
team in Discord as well.
Do
Also,
you
please make
go
sure
out there and try
the
to
chat is
finish up
clean.
at the
No
top? Are you
profanity,
saying
as
I don't really care
we
where
are
I start
broadcasting. Other
next
drivers
week?
are
It's
streaming.
Daytona. Anything can
Please,
happen.
guys,
How would you approach
please
the
be
duels?
careful with the
Well,
profanity.
here's the
The initial
challenge that
start of the
these
race will
drivers
always be
face,
on the
because
flagman.
a lot of this is
Restarts
about
after that will
teamwork.
be on the leader. The leader will have
Whether it's
lane
your
choice to be
team and
chosen
your
at one lap to go
teammates that you're
green.
running
All
with,
restarts have to be
and
restarted
also the
within the
people
Geico
around you.
restart
In this
zone.
case, when
Please
you're
make sure
basically
that drivers do
qualifying
not change
and
lanes
then you're
before the start
split
finish
into
line.
two
You
separate
will be penalized if so. So with
races,
that being
you
said,
may
let's
not
race
be
clean,
around
fair.
any of your
Most of
teammates.
all,
It
let's
may
have some
take you a
fun
while
and good luck,
if you
everyone.
want to draft with somebody to find them, whether they make their way up through the field or you do. So it's really going to be, every
One
man for
thing I'm going to
themselves
stress
to get
that
out
Scott
here
mentioned was
and
calling out for
find
your
your
pit.
spot and
If everything
charge
goes
as
like it's
fast as you
supposed
can
to
up to the
tonight,
front. I
we can
think
have
what
a
we
green flag
learned,
stop.
we've been
We don't want to
broadcasting
cause
a
a
number
green flag session to go
of
caution because
Daytona
we didn't call
events
out we were heading
that
into the pits. Try to take care of your neighbors as you
you
enter pit
cannot stay
road.
in the back, or
Communicate
even for
amongst
that
your
matter,
teammates
middle
to
of the
fan it
pack.
out
It's
getting
just
into pit road.
dangerous.
During
It
caution,
definitely
if we
is,
were to have
and
a
I actually
caution
learned
and
that this
enter
past
pit,
weekend
enter on the outside
with a
lane, just
race
like
that we
Scott
were a
said.
part of. Rick,
Yep,
Let's have fun,
absolutely.
keep it clean,
it was good
and
until it
race
wasn't,
hard to get in
and
this
then
thing.
we
It's going to
all
be
got
fun.
wrecked
Thank you guys
because
for
you know
being
what?
with us.
We were in the back, and Joey Logano has a famous quote about being in the back and something with squirrels and stuff. So
Yeah, I'm actually kind of looking back
One other
through my
thing,
notes.
below the yellow
Um,
line is out of bounds.
Trying
Do
to
not
recall
use it.
exactly because I did write it
Qualifying
down,
or
especially
race.
um,
Double yellow line is out of bounds.
after seeing it on the NASCAR series. If you haven't watched it on Netflix, you got to go do it. You know, of course, it does tend to be a little bit about Denny Hamlin and Bubba Wallace and the 2311 group. But you know what? It certainly is. It's interesting to watch. So go watch it if you can.
it's like if you stay around in the back, or if you I don't know. I can't think of the
Yeah,
quote off
it's
the top of my head. It's
if you're gonna run with the squirrels, you're gonna get your nuts broken or something like that. So
something like that. Something like
it's
that.
a little it's not it's definitely it's not, I guess it is PG at this point. So
I guess.
all right, so it's a few seconds ticking off, trying to uh, um, entertain you a little bit as we wait for the start. They will go to their drivers meeting after this, of course, with qualifying, and we should be able to spotlight some of these drivers momentarily. But I'm looking forward to it. We had, the guys that were there before, the Jordan Wenzels, Clark France, Simon Magden, Alex Murphy. We're looking forward to those guys. There's some new guys out there, some guys we're familiar with. Ty Bostic, we've seen Ty and others. So yeah, we're looking forward to see some existing guys. All right, so we've got some qualifying. Let's see if we can follow a driver who's out there. Bear with us here. So this is
Here's
Simon
the
Magden.
46. Yep.
We saw him last year. Just one of the consistent guys from last season out there. And it says you've got 2 laps here, but this is one of those tracks where it's all about lap 1.
It is. You gotta get a good run out of turn 4. You gotta be able to stay in 4th gear and really get your car up along that upper wall, which is what you're gonna see right now with the 46. Staying all up against that wall and then possibly drop it down to the bottom coming out of turn 4. So you can get a run. He's gonna stay up there. Here he comes.
This will be the start of his first lap.
There he goes. He's going to stay in that high line. An interesting approach. Is he going to stay up there for lap 1? I think he is, Rick.
Well, as the drivers, most of the drivers are out currently on the track now. We're going to let the tower, it'll populate. Let's make sure we've got the top speeds, the best times showing, and we'll see as soon as he completes his lap, as others are out there. We'll start to see who's going to be on our board, on top of the board. So.
I imagine this next lap he's going to drop down to the bottom. If not at the start-finish line, he's going to do it going into turn 1. Because he's got, there it is. Yeah, he's not going to put up a great time.
All right, times are flying in. 49.303. That was huge.
Scott Thomas. He's keeping that car straight as an arrow, trying not to make any adjustments to scrub off any millisecond of speed. Great shot here.
Yep.
Coming out of turn 4, let's see what Simon's able to do. A little bit of a high entry coming out of 4. Where is he going to be?
Yeah, our telemetry is a little bit off, but we can look back on our broadcast telemetry to say he is currently showing in 5th.
That would be correct.
So Simon puts up a 49.31. Jordan Booth puts up a smoking lap of 49.28 and rockets to the top of the board. Todd Smith is there with a 49.29. So, all right, I think that's pretty much, there are a few drivers still left on that are qualifying, but pretty much that's everybody. Looking back through the drivers, who's out there running. A few guys are still out there on the track, finishing up. See Corey Bunch. Of course, we watched Corey Bunch a lot last year. He's currently on track now. And he goes all the way up to P2 with another 49.29.
Wow, we just saw somebody go beneath the double yellow line. Tony Japs actually went down below the double yellow. Now, I know that's a big no-no for racing. Can you do that in qualifying?
I think you can. Yeah, you definitely can. Well, it depends on the qualifying scrutiny and how they set up the event. So, all right, looks like everybody I think has qualified at this point.
No, I'm still seeing a couple guys. Tony Flem, I believe, is still out there.
Here we
Nice
go.
laps.
Tyler
Good job.
Sexton is finishing up. Tyler Lem is.
Sorry, Todd.
I think qualifying is over.
You turd.
Yes, it actually just finished
Dang
as
it.
you spoke.
Good job, though.
All right, well, hey, look at that. We're now under nighttime
Mark,
here
I got
at
the
Daytona.
call.
You know, we had some, just some magicians behind the scenes. That boom, there you go, sleight of hand, and we are ready for duel number 1 here.
Heck yeah,
Rick,
Jordan.
for
Good
the
luck, man.
iNASCAR Racing Series. Blue-green vacation.
Great lap, fellas.
Duel number 1
Congratulations
here.
on the
Let's
start
see
of
if
the
we
race
could
next week.
possibly bring up the duel number 1 starting lineup,
Yeah,
one of 2
congratulations, Corey,
races
Jordan.
here tonight to set the starting order for the iNASCAR Daytona 250.
Well, doing our best. I think our grid is not cooperating a bit. I think this format may have played a little bit of havoc here. Let's just see what's going on, see if we can remedy that situation.
It's got it all confused. It's all confused.
It is absolutely, it has no idea what's going on.
Not at all. Not at all.
Well,
I got the starting order if you just want me to read it off.
go ahead
Rick.
and let's read off that starting order.
Sure. So for duel number 1, starting on the pole, and this is going to be your starting lineup, or your starting front row for next week's Daytona 250, Jordan Booth and Corey Bunch. They are going to be first and second no matter what. So in duel 1, you have Jordan Booth starting in first, Todd Smith in second, Jonathan Dvorak is starting in third, with Brendan Hayes in fourth, Scott Thomas in fifth, Simon Madden in sixth, Alberto Abar in seventh, Matthew Persuni starting in 8th, Alex Forget starting in 9th, Tyler Thurman in 10th, Jordan Winslow starting in 11th, with Michael Whitley starting in 12th, Martin Giroux in 13th, with Ron Fitting starting in 14th. And 15th you have Jason Hale, and 16th you have Vernon Broadbeck, 17th Garrett Walden, 18th Corey Ennis, Alex Murphy starting in 19th, and look at that, we got the field. How lovely is that? In 20th, we have Eddie Masso Jr.
Yeah, it's not happening right now.
No worries. In 21st, you have, Jacob Masso. In 22nd, Sean Walton. 23rd, Martin Cannell. And 24th, Tyler Lem. That rounds out duel number 1 again. First place, Jordan Booth will be your pole sitter for next week's race. He doesn't have to worry about a thing this race outside of, you know what, I'm just going to go out here and maybe help some of my teammates or, bring home a win, because he does have that 40 machine. Or 40, is that 40? Yeah, 40 of Brendan Hayes, a teammate right there, second row up to his outside. That is going to be trying to get his team there, and I think he has
green flag.
in this race as well. No, I may be mistaken.
All right, pace car is off.
Alrighty, green flag. Rule number 1. International Speedway. These iNASCAR Racing Series drivers. How are they running? Three-wide action, or is my mind deceiving me? I think it was a little bit deceptive there.
Yeah, no, it's still just too wide. This is a super hard track. If you're familiar with racing at Talladega, other super speedways, you can see these cars 3 wide. You will see some 3 wide here, but it's definitely sketchy.
And again, this is a 30-lap event, so this is going to go by fairly quickly unless we have some instance. But these iNASCAR Racing Series drivers are top-notch. Can't give them any more credit. They are incredibly already 1 lap in, led by Jordan Booth there in P1. In third, Scott Thomas, Alberto Abar, and Todd Smith round out your top 5. It looks like the low line is the preferred line at the moment, but the high side is getting a little bit of momentum coming down the backstretch.
Yeah, Jordan Booth continues to show us the way. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher his last name. Devaranakis, Scott Thomas, Alberto Abar, Alex Bernard-Barabee, Jordan Wenzel, Todd Smith, Martin Giroux, and Brandon Hayes. That is Simon Magnet. That's your top 10.
That is your top 10. And that High Rock Vodka Chevrolet.
Yeah, that outside lane is definitely getting some bit better formed. That 66 right there of Todd Smith. He's got some help behind him with the 40 of Brendan Hayes. Definitely a big shuffle. Big shuffle.
There's the block, and there's the move by the 66 to go down to the inside. But you know what that's going to do? Those two cars look very familiar.
3 wide. We are 3 wide.
3 wide at Daytona. Those are teammates there on the high line. That's going to leave the 66 in the middle with no friends. It's not where you want to be. 3 wide racing here at Daytona coming out of turn 4. And that 66 is trying to find somebody to go with them. Fourth car on the outside line.
They almost abandoned the 24 of Matt. We'll get these right after we call these a few times. We're going to apologize in advance for butchering your name. All right, thanks again for tuning in to the IWF broadcast of the iNASCAR Series.
Right now, everybody kind of minding their P's and Q's. You have Jordan Booth and Hayes up there in the top line. Madgen and Devernakis at the bottom. Go Kyrock Vodka car up into the wall. Contact. And we're still going to be 3 wide, I think, here. And there's a 99 going 3 wide, splitting the teammates in the back. Absolutely drops back behind.
Folks, I wish we had a bit more information with telemetry, but we don't. So we're doing our best to get you the best we can at this point.
Yeah, it's just the duels. The software did not like that at all. We are here. Jordan Booth, Hayes, Piracini, they're in top line. Ooh, car a little loose there. That is a Napa machine. That would be the 9 of Jason Hale. Right now, as it stands, your top 10, Jordan Booth, Brendan Hayes, Matthew Piracini, Todd Smith, Ron Finning, Simon Madgen, Jonathan Devernakis, Jordan Winchell, Alex Murphy, and Scott Thomas. And break the high line. We've had 2 races here in the last 2 weeks on the IWM Broadcast Network. The high line seems to be the preferred line.
Absolutely. Have come back. That's a positive thing.
Well, there we go. That's a good sign. To get it populated is the question.
Yeah, that's not working right well, but again, we're at the mercy of our broadcast partners, so we're hoping we can keep bringing you what we've got.
And in the big move by Jordan Booth down to the inside line, leaving his teammate Hayes up in the top line. Hayes is actually blinking. Hayes blinked for a second, which is going to stack up the outside line. But here comes the 66 of Smith up to the front. That is the 66 of Todd Smith now taking the spot. Give you some lap counters. We are lap 8 of 30. Lap 8 of 30, folks. Here at Daytona. Got Todd Smith in the high line, Jordan Booth in the bottom, followed by Jordan Booth's teammate Hayes and Simon Madgen there in P4.
In 5th place is Matthew Persini. You've got Jonathan DeVaranakis. Ron Fitting is currently Scott Thomas. Jordan Lenso, Alberto Abar, Alex Murphy, Alex McAberby, Vernon Broadbeck, Martin Giroux in 14th, Tyler Thurman in 15th. 16th is Garrett Walden, Jason Hale, Jacob Masso, Corey Ennis, Michael Whitley is in 20th, Eddie Mosca Jr. is in 21st, Martin Pinnell is in 22nd, 23rd is Sean Walton, and Tyler Lem is in 24th. Yeah, you'll have to keep us up with the lap counters. Our lap counters here, they're in trouble. Our software has decided to take a vacation while we're in the middle of the podcast. So bear with us. We'll do our best to haul it out to you as best we can.
We are currently on lap 10. Lap 10 of 30, which means we're 30% of the way through here tonight's duel number 1.
Stop drifting up. It's going to cause me to get into your left rear.
As it stands, Todd Smith and Jordan Booth lead the way. Now, keep in mind, Jordan Booth doesn't have to really do much this race.
No, he
He's out there
qualified, you know,
Yep.
and so he's good to go for next week. But it doesn't hurt to put your name up on the plaque and say, hey, you won the duel.
Oh no, but he's going to pick up his teammate there. Hayes up in the top lane. Going to stack up that high side a little bit, but then you have teammates who are going to get inside on the 24. That was close there behind the 24 machine.
To get a better shot of who that is, it's trying to make that middle lane work. And gun around, that's the 10 of Vernon Broadbeck. They slip to the inside and force that 24 out to the outside, and he's cycling back. Now they're 3 wide mid-pack. That's always a recipe for disaster in our book.
Especially in the tri-oval, you don't want to go 3 wide there. They keep it nice and straight. It's exactly what you need to do. They're still 3 wide, Rick.
That 24 grazed the wall, but running good, clean lines here.
Man, he just slammed the wall right there. Wow, 24.
He's cycling back now. He was up to 5th. He's now back in 17th slot. Still, they're 3 wide. He and the 43 behind him.
That's going to help him actually keep some position there. But notice, Rick, what's happening. It's drawing that whole field back.
Yeah, this field is breaking apart a bit, forming into 2 separate and distinct groups.
And in my book, you don't want that. You want to be as close as you can to this front pack. I don't think they've lost them by any means, but it's not ideal. That's all I got to say. Not ideal.
My bad, Alex.
Right now, though, we have a new front 5. Jordan Booth, Brendan Hayes, Vernon
You're good.
Broadbeck,
Just scared me.
Alex Murphy now making a splash. And here goes, oh, he was not clean. Some contact there between Vernon Broadbeck and Alex Murphy, I believe. Broadbeck wanted to slide down, and there was a big old car next to him. Couldn't do it. Oh, Rick in the back.
Ricky, get back. 17, what's the, how many laps to go here, John?
16 to go, but there is no caution. No caution.
That's Corey Angus in the back there. Corey, he is definitely missing some body work. His whip is gone.
Rick, that's going to be the end of his day. Unless he can get around back and get a quick repair and get a timely caution, that 67 machine is going to be more than 1 lap down, more than likely.
And back up front, Jordan Booth continues to show
Corey,
the way.
what
Brendan Hayes
happened?
now in second. Those are teammates there working in
People can't hold
tandem.
the line.
The 30 of Alex Murphy tucks him behind. 66 of Todd Smith is showing in fourth, and Simon Magnan is sitting in fifth.
In sixth, you have Jonathan DeVernakis. In seventh, you have Vernon Broadbeck, Sean Walton in eighth, Scott Thomas in ninth, and Matthew Pirasuni in 10th. It's definitely been a race so far. We are at the midway point in duel number one. We want to thank you all for tuning in to tonight's iNASCAR Racing Series action. And we just get a reset?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who's moving who, but I can tell some are Fords and I can tell some are Chevys. I think that the outside and the front, that is the 66 getting pushed by Vernon Broadbeck there on the top. On the bottom lane, you have Jordan Booth and Hayes.
Well,
That's a first.
yeah.
It happens.
Watch it, Vernon.
Will also happen.
Yeah, my
what's
fault.
happening, Rick, is I'm noticing you have.
I know it's easy to follow that guy in front of you down, but it's going to get us all killed.
I only see one Toyota right now.
I
in this
wasn't
front
following
pack.
him down. I
It
just got a
is
little
the
squirrel
Sean
over there.
Walton, 23rd, and
20.
23. In
Yep,
fact,
exactly.
he's the only Toyota in the entire fleet.
Wow, that is shocking. And you know, even if going into manufacturer battles, it's good to know you have some other guys around you that are driving this car. He does not have that. He is the lone ranger out here in that Toyota, and can't really do much about it.
I swear I'm trying to hold it straight.
Yeah, Corey Anderson not on a lap down. He is
You're good. I'm
still trying to make
experimenting.
his
I'm not
way
going to wreck
around,
you.
But he's certainly got some issues. Martin Pinnell is also, I think he was coming out of pit road. He was in the pits.
Yep, and we are seeing right now, we got a couple big movers I want to talk about. You have
Pitting
Alex
this time,
Murphy
pitting this
there,
time.
fourth, up 15 spots.
Pitting this time,
You have
pitting this time.
Vernon Broadbeck in seventh, up 9 spots. And then you have Sean Walton
Pitting this
up
time.
from 22nd position up to
Pitting
8th,
this time.
14 positions there.
Yeah, Tyler
79
Levin,
pitting
who's
this time.
at the very back of the field, has now found
Pitting
his
this
way
86 pit.
all the way up to 10. He's in that 99 car.
All right,
He
pitting in.
started last.
He did. Now, keep in mind, you do have to pit. You got to pit this race. You can't make it to the end. So here we go, and wow. On cue, the whole
Yep.
field comes down. Oh, 10 is not the pass. Oh.
10 was certainly coming down fast. So when you come down to the pack like
94
that, you
pitting.
certainly absolutely need to be concerned about your entry speed onto pit road.
Absolutely. So this is going to be a fuel-only
Gary, you
stop
wanna
for
go?
these guys. Who is going to make it out of pit
Yeah, let's
road
go.
first? You see, oh, got a car spun. I believe that
I'm
is
with you guys
the,
too.
is that the 23 machine?
Yeah, pitting
Spun sideways on pit road, Rick?
He's back on and going now. That was
43 pitting
Walton.
There's somebody else in the back. I couldn't tell who it was. He's double stacked in the box now.
All right, so
But-
half the field came in, waiting for their second half. Here they come.
Definitely differentiating strategies here for these guys.
There's still about
getting here,
6
number 30.
drivers who have not yet
Slowly but
come
steady.
in. And again, it's a fuel-only stop. It's just somewhere between 6 and 8 seconds. But the challenge is to get onto pit road and off of pit road is going to cost you about 33, 34 seconds, nearly 3/4 of the way
Vernon,
around
just pick
pit
a line.
road.
We'll go around you.
Exactly.
Not the middle, please.
Our eyes are on the top 6. Those guys have not pitted yet. Expect them momentarily. That's Bersini, Wetzel, Abar, Lem, Hale, Thurman, and Booth have not pitted.
They have not pitted, and we are on lap 20. Coming to lap
Look at the time.
21 this
We can
time
get
by.
there.
So we are 9 to go this time by, Rick. And also, that third car in line, that is incredible. Looks like he has eyes for headlights.
That's Alberto Abar.
Looks pretty cool. Gotta say, love the creativity with these schemes, and that's actually one of my favorite things about iRacing is the fact that you can customize any scheme you want. If you have either the money to pay somebody to do it, or you can do it yourself, and you can run anything you want on these cars, and it looks absolutely incredible. Right now, we are on lap 21 of lap 39 to go
Eddie,
here in
Jacob,
duel
Garrett,
number one
we're in a good
iNASCAR
spot here.
Racing
19
Series.
cars.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, I hope it stays. We'll see how it goes.
Copy.
Oh,
Good for
no.
we just hold here.
Well,
I like
we
it.
got the order. That's kind of populating. It looked like some of our drivers the other night on iRacing, blinking all over the place.
There's some connection issues.
Right now, coming to 8 to go. When are these guys going to come down pit road? That is the question. Now, I will say they actually have a slight advantage.
24 pit
They have 5 cars in this pack. We're the pack that came down pit road first. Jordan Booth, Hayes, Devernakis, they all came down, and they have a pack of 4 right now. So, depending on how fast and how close these drivers are together, by math, you don't want to do what that guy just did and go side by side.
Is it a mistake to pit so late?
Well, we're about to find out. We're about to find out. The leaders, or so-to-be leaders, are now coming out of turn 2 right now as we speak. So we're going to be watching these guys, and I'm going to be watching what should be possibly the leaders as these guys come down pit road. There's the field. The guys that are presumably going to be the leaders are in the middle of 3 and 4 right now.
Keep my eye on Tyler Thurman. He has not pitted.
Tyler, just run a line. We'll get around you.
So is he gambling on that there'll be a caution?
Maybe. Well, there's the guys that came down. There's the 24, and then here's the Booth machine about to pass him. So Booth is obviously going to overtake one driver. There's the rest of the field. They are going to leave that couple cars in the dust.
Yep.
So it was a smart move. Smart move to come down pit road earlier, for sure.
We got to get on the track.
I told you, Lane, we'll get around you.
Matt, we're coming for you.
Makes a lot of sense now.
How many laps left, John?
5 laps to go.
Go high,
Here in
pile in
tonight's
behind us.
blue-green duel number 1.
Can't vote.
My name's John. Got Rick. We're the IWM Broadcast Network.
And we're doing our best to just call it as we see it because our software has decided to take a vacation today.
Yeah, it's going to a blue-green vacation as we speak. They forgot to show up today. Well, it happens. Either way, top 4 with 4 laps to go. Jordan Booth, Brendan Hayes, Jonathan.
Sorry, EA app open up
Alex
in front of
Forget
iRacing. That was terrifying.
Is there
I think that may
41
be
to 40?
for Jay Barubi.
Who's that?
Yeah, my French, not the best. I think that's closer than what we were saying before. Definitely teammates right at the front, Booth and Hayes.
Yeah, and right now, as it stands, that 40 machine would be right behind his teammate there, just like that, starting next week. Now, look behind them, Rick. There is a pack of about 6 cars that have formed that is battling for position. That is the 46 of Simon Madsen, the 30 of Alex Murphy, Sean Walton, Tyler Lem, and Jordan Winsel, all
Going high.
right there. all battling for positions with now 3 laps to go. They have the numbers. Can they make it? Looking at some lap times, Jordan Booth's last lap was a 46.7. Simon Madgen's last lap was a 46.3. 0.4 of a second.
That's huge.
That's big. Now, they got to make up a little bit of ground. They're about 2 seconds back right now. They need to keep on running in this order, and they should be able to catch them. This time by Simon Madgen with a 46.3 again. But now Jordan Booth with a 46.3. So it's
Hey,
on.
Todd,
Those top
Jason,
4
we're
know
good
that
here,
these
so
guys
let's just
behind
ride.
them are coming with now 2 laps to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's about 1/10 overall. It's just
How many
with
people are
as
they
few
taking from
laps
each
left,
heat?
it's impossible for them to catch that lead.
Top
pack.
20 will make it.
You have to have a big move here from either Hayes,
Yeah, Eddie, Jacob, Michael. I mean, I'm riding
Alex,
the way up.
Jonathan,
Perfectly
somebody here in the front 4 to shake up. That way these last 6
Timbo's
cars, last 7 cars can catch up. This time by, it is a 46.1 by Jordan Booth.
We're going to follow the Krispy Kreme to victory.
I saw him imagine a 46.3, so not going to cut it. 2 laps to go.
They need more laps, but they don't have them.
They don't have them at all, which means this is a 4-horse race. 2 Mustangs in the front, followed by a Camaro, followed by another Mustang. Who's going to make the move to set themselves up for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and 5th on the inside lane? This
Let's go
group right
back to
here.
our leaders right now.
They're hitting.
White flag is
what?
out. Last lap.
Who's going to make the move? Well, you know that the 40 and the 41 are going to work together, which that, by math means the 72 and the 19 are going to work together. So what's going to happen here? I mean, basically Hayes is technically fine where he is. It doesn't matter if he advances his position, but it definitely matters for Jonathan and Alex. So here they go. They're going to try to form an outside line. Here they go, Rick.
That's going to certainly give the guys behind a little bit of a chance, but there's no time. They broke that pack, but I don't see them doing or making any headway.
No, not enough headway.
That's a statement.
Jordan Booth getting
That's a
shoved out of the
statement.
way by Brendan Hayes. Jordan Booth is going to win the Blue Vacations duel number 140 of Brendan Hayes. Finishing 2nd, Jonathan Devernakis in 3rd, Alex Forget in 4th. Simon Madgen rounds out your top 5.
Eddie, Jacob does good working when you
I
guys.
wish I had
Michael,
results.
yeah,
I do not have results.
Yep, good
Well,
stuff, guys.
I can,
We got 3 of
I can
Apex
read them
and
off
1 of FT, and then let's get the
really
other 4 in.
quick. Jordan Booth in 1st, Brendan Hayes in 2nd, Jonathan Devernakis in 3rd,
Wouldn't that be 2 to the
Mr.
Corey?
Alex Forget in 4th, Simon Madgen in 5th,
Corey's
Alex
not
Murphy
in here.
6th, Sean
Corey's
Walton
in the other
7th,
one.
Tyler
Oh, yeah, I
Lemon
guess
8th,
Corey is in. Damn.
Jordan Winslow in 9th, Michael Whitley in 10th, Eddie Mosso Jr. in 11th, Jacob Mosso in 12th, Garrett Walden in 13th,
All right, race 2, grid up.
Pirasuni in 14th, Alberto Abar in 15th, Todd Smith in 16th. Oh gosh, now I gotta figure out the order again. Scott Thomas
that's a
in
heartbreaker.
17th, Jason Hale in 18th, Ron
Good
Fitting
race,
in
Vicky.
19th, and in 20th you have Tyler Thurman in 21st, Martin Giroux 22nd, Vernon Broadbeck 23rd. You have, I'm trying to find him.
Hey,
It
Tyler,
all
did you
got
make it?
jumbled up with this new starting order.
Hey,
23rd,
Matt,
Martin Pinnell,
group
and
of
24th,
Mosso,
Corey Annis.
Michael Thompson.
Rick, take it away for the duel number 2.
Yeah, I think our software is
What?
looking like the heat format, but here we are starting in the 2nd heat, setting the outside lane for next week's Daytona.
How nice are they
Corey
gonna be?
Bunch is in 1st, James Jones on the outside, Josh Douglas in
Let's get
3rd,
this right.
Travis Bennett in 4th, Eric Jeffers in 5th, Nick Alves in 6th, Ty Bostic in 7th, Cody Graham in 8th, Mike Wheel in 9th, Mark Hanna is in 10th.
In 11th, you have Kai Collimore. In 12th, you have Glenn Stanley. In 13th, you have Vince Burns. 14th, Richard Mills. Michael Bennett in 15th. Matthew Robinson in 16th. Brandon Ishkanen in 17th. Sorry about that, Brandon. In 18th, you have Joe Masso. In 19th, you have John Krupa, and in 20th, Tyler Sexton. 21st, Tony Japs. 22nd, Dan Hughes, and 23rd, Clark Franz.
All right. Yeah, I've got to guess it just, for some reason, I don't believe that that format was super happy with our software partner, but hey, I think maybe we're okay for the start of this second race.
Should be all right.
Crossing my fingers. Can't guarantee it, but it looks better, so we'll take it.
I think it just didn't like
The heat format.
It didn't like duel number 1. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I can only do 1 race at a time. Y'all are trying to get me to do 2. This is too much work.
All right, so hey, John, I will tell you, there is not a single Toyota in this second duel.
Well, what that tells me is 2 things: either a Chevy or a Ford's going to win. I'll bet you on it. That's kind of surprising.
It's good money on that.
Yeah, really. It's kind of surprising because there is only that one Toyota, which means he's probably a solo guy unless he's on a team that doesn't really care about where you finish, or not where you finish, what car you drive. So we'll see. But right now we're about to get duel number 2 underway here at Daytona International Speedway.
Corey
Green
Bunch
flag
is
in the air.
control, and we are back to green.
We are green again here. Duel number 2.
All right. I'm a little happier. Again, we apologize for that last race software glitch, but looks like we are back to normal racing here.
Back to what we are able to do here at IWM, the broadcast network, that is. Oh, we got Corey Bunch. I forgot he was a Tennessee guy. I know who my favorite driver in the league is now. Corey Bunch there in a 77.
He's got
leading the way.
Yeah, he's got a good push by the 8 of Josh Douglas.
And remember, he is going to start on the front row no matter his finishing position here in Duel 2. So him and Jordan Booth, front row for next week's Daytona 250. And Rick, I got to say, we did not have one caution in Duel number 1.
Yeah, we had one incident, but the caution did not come out.
I'm not saying anything about the current race we are in right now. I'm not saying a word. I don't want to be... Yeah, I'm just going to leave it alone.
So definitely seeing a lot of movement happen in that outside line. I'm a little surprised at the outside line. It looks super organized, but other races that we've broadcasted here at Daytona over the past week or so, that outside line was really hooked up and fast.
Yeah, and we're just not seeing that at the current moment. Now, they are starting to make some headway right now in the high line 45 machine of James Jones leading that high side. He is starting to get a little bit of run now up into the 5th place position, right alongside now the 39 machine of Kai. And
yeah, James has got the 01 behind him. That's Travis Bennett. But there's still a lot of movement. Now we're going 3 wide.
Wow, big move by the 33 machine.
Yeah, that's
the 88.
Brandon Ishkarian on the outside. He's kind of slipped back. Maybe thought better of that move at this stage with only lap 3 in the books.
Only lap 3, but that 45 machine is getting a big shove by the 01 of Travis Bennett, now battling now for 2nd place. That Bucky's machine of Travis Bennett up there.
Yeah, the 6 of Dan Hughes, he's so far in the back, he's about to, the 15 of Clark Franz, he's about to lose the draft.
He's lost it for sure.
Yeah.
Not sure what happened to him, but up front, we got some bump drafting going on. We got the high line starting to come in right now.
Looks like they picked up a spot or 2, trying to get it. Looks like it's happening.
They're trying everything that they can.
Well, that high line, you can get one heck of a run coming out of 4 as you head towards the front stretch. If you stay hooked up and connected, you got the 45, the 1, and the 13. That's James Jones, Travis Bennett, and Nick Alves
Tyler, I got
on
nowhere
that
to go,
outside line. But it's, you know, Corey Bunch has got a great draft partner with
I
Josh
didn't mean to
Douglas,
get
who's a
into
good
you,
pusher
but
back there.
we're
You got
good.
the 12 of Eric Jeffers, and that low
Where you at,
line
man?
is
High or low?